Hey guys, so we know that we're on the last day of Sukkot, apparently, supposedly, according to the Jewish calendar. But like I was saying in my last video, unfortunately, they've been modifying their calendar for I don't know how many years. Their feasts are supposed to change seasons because the lunar year is 11 days shorter than the solar year, so their feasts are supposed to rotate through the seasons, but they modify it to keep their feasts in the same season. So we don't even know if we're in Sukkot right now, unfortunately. So we don't even know if this really is the last day of Sukkot. But like I was saying in my last video, we know that we had 7 scriptural fulfillments around the 7th month. We have the 7th month, the 7th holy month, that is framed right here. So with scripture. So like here's the last day of Tishri right here on the 16th, and the last day of Tishri is the Revelation 12 sign happens here, and then the Daniel 12 prediction happens right here. So we know that this month is framed, so then that kind of leads us to believe that maybe it's right. But what I was going to point out in this video is that this day right here is the first day of the year. It's the Jewish New Year. So what I'm thinking is that it could possibly mean that this year is the 7th year, and maybe we just don't realize it. We don't know it because, like I said, they've been altering their festivals all these years. So we could be in a sabbatical year right now and not even know it, is what I'm saying. So like the 7th year, remember that the Elohim had told the Jews the 7th year is holy. Or the 7th year is holy and the 7th day is holy. So just to recap really quick, this is what happens in the 7th month. And then on tabernacles, Jesus said those who thirst will come into him on the 7th day of tabernacles. The 21st day of the 7th month is tabernacles. It's always tabernacles. This year it falls on October 7th, but in another year it'll fall 11 days earlier. It's supposed to fall 11 days earlier each year. But like I said, the Jewish calendar, the way it is now, does not do that. But that's what it's supposed to do. But it says, on the last day of tabernacles, those who thirst will come into Jesus. On the last day of tabernacles, the Lord will shake the heavens and fill the house with glory. And also on the 7th day of tabernacles, in the 7th year of restitution, after 6,000 years, which is what this 120 years means, because it's 120 jubilees, which is 6,000 years. So when the 6,000 years have passed, in the 7th year of restitution, on the 7th day of tabernacles, Israel will be before the Lord. So it's almost like it's telling us right here that the 7th day of the tabernacles, when all this stuff happens, it's going to happen in the 7th year of restitution after the 6,000 years are complete. And so it's really hard for us to figure out. It's really complicated, and I personally believe that there has to be somebody out there that has the answers to this, but they're just not telling the common people. So it's really, really complicated. If anybody knows the answer to this and when the exact time is, it would probably be like the Vatican or the Jews, like some rabbis somewhere, probably in Israel or something, I don't know, that actually know what the truth is. But for whatever reason, they're not telling everybody else. And I know the Pope, I can't remember which Pope it was, but one of the popes had said, well, what's the use in telling people that the oceans are going to rise up on the earth and million, I think he said either millions or billions would die by the hour. I mean, that one of the popes actually said that. So I don't know what the reason is that they're not telling us the true timeline, but they're not. And I do believe that they know, that some people do know the true timeline, but we don't know. But we can surmise that we're at least right in here somewhere at the edge of the, or at the beginning, at the end and the beginning, like at the beginning of the 7,000th year and the end of the 6,000th. So we know that we're in here, but we don't know exactly when this, we don't know exactly when this is. But what I wanted to point out, though, because we've seen the scriptural fulfillment framing the 7th month, this might actually be framing this next year, meaning like the Jewish year from September 16th, 2012 until the Feast of Trumpets next year. So the Jewish year started right here on September 16th, 2012, and that was the first day of the Feast of Trumpets. And their year will last until next fall when the Feast of Trumpets happens. So the next Feast of Trumpets will be the next year. So this blessed day could actually be the whole year. So let me just show you really quick the scriptures that say, I mean, we know that one day is 1,000 years. So for example, in this graphic that I did, and I'm going to change this, by the way, it needs to have 7, but one day is 1,000 years. So that means there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days that we're alone without God, is what it says in Genesis 6:3. So we're without God for 6,000 years or 6 days. So we know one day is 1,000 years, but one day is also 1 year. So for example, in this scripture it says each day for a year. It says even 40 years, each day for a year. Or I'm sorry, 40 days, each day for a year, even 40 years. So it's saying 40 years is 40 days. So 40 days can equal 40 years. Again, we have in this scripture here 40 days. I have appointed thee each day for a year. So again, 40 days equals 40 years. It can be 40 days, and it can also be 40 years. It could be either one, or it could be 40,000 years. And then in this one we have, the Daniel prophecy where it says 1 week down here. And if you click on week, it could mean 7, a period of 7, or a feast of weeks. And the Feast of Weeks is a Jewish feast. It's one of the 7 feasts that happen in each year. So each year, the Jews have 7 feasts that they celebrate. And, like these are the 3 fall feasts in the 7th month. But they have 7 feasts, and one of those feasts is the Feast of Weeks. So when it says 1 week, it could be saying 1 year. So most people, because there's 1 Feast of Weeks per Jewish year. So if it's saying 1 Shabuah, if it's saying 1 week here in Daniel, it could be saying 1 period of 7 years, or 1 period of 7 days, or it could be saying 1 year, 1 Feast of Weeks, so 1 year, because there's 1 Feast of Weeks per year. Okay, so now that we understand that 1 day can equal 1 year, that even Daniel here, when it says he will confirm the covenant for 1 week, it could mean 1 year. It does not. We are not absolutely sure that this is a period of 7 years. We suspect that it is. Most people will say, most people that have studied these scriptures will say, yeah, it's 7 years. But we don't know that 100% for sure. It could be 1 year. So I just wanted to point that out, because there's no question that the Elohim pinpointed the seventh day of tabernacles. There's no question about that. The problem is that we don't know that we're in tabernacles right now. We don't know because they've been modifying their calendar. So we don't even know if that's where we are right now. And the other thing is that it could be the Feast of Tabernacles next year because the whole reason that they framed this right here. And it falls exactly on the first and the last day of the seventh month, the holy month. I mean, I don't believe that's coincidence. So, for some reason they framed this month. And it could be that something's going to happen this month. It could be that something's going to happen this season. Or it could be that something's going to happen this Jewish year. So meaning from the Feast of Trumpets 2012 until the Feast of Trumpets 2013. Anyways, I just wanted to share that with you guys because, my intention is never to be giving false hope because I don't want to be giving false hope to myself. I mean, if the rapture is not going to occur for another 100 years, I want to know. You know what I'm saying? My intention is not to get on here and mislead people. I don't even want to waste my own time. You know what I mean? I do not want to waste my own time. I'm trying to find the truth. So if it's not going to be today, I want to know. I just want to know when. You know what I mean? I want to know, is it going to be this year? Is it going to be next year? Or is it going to be 100 years from now? Because if it's going to be 100 years from now, I want to know that too, you guys. And I just want to tell you right now that I'm searching for the truth. And when I find it, I'm going to tell you guys, even if it does mean that it's going to happen 100 years from now, I will still tell you guys. I'm not coming on here to try to lead people on. I don't know the answers. I'm just a person searching for the truth. I'm just a person searching for the truth. Yes, I've had visions that have come true, but that's not coming from me. That's not me. I mean, I don't know why people think that it's me. It's not me. Okay, I'm just relaying information that someone else is giving me, and half the time I can't even understand what that person's saying. So, I mean, but I am a rational person, and I want to know. And so that's what I'm here to share with you guys today, is if it doesn't happen today, and if it doesn't happen tomorrow, and if it doesn't happen anytime this month, that doesn't mean that we're not on the cusp. It could mean this year, but I'm still searching for it, and I'm still trying to see if I can actually find out where we are, because I do believe that there are people that know exactly where we are. And that's what frustrates me, is they're not telling us. And I think we all have the right to know. Don't you? Don't you think that we all have the right to know when this event is going to happen and what exactly the event is? Because I think we all have a right to know that. And that's why I'm looking for the answers. If there are people out there that don't want to know, then don't watch my videos. Okay? I mean, that's just that's just common sense. You would think that these people wouldn't watch the videos if they don't want to know. But that's what I'm looking for. That's what I want to know. I want to know what's going on. I want to know what this event is going to be. I want to know when it's going to happen. And I'm kind of mad that they're not telling us. So I am going to find the truth. I'm determined to find it. And I really don't care what anybody thinks about that. I don't care if you want me to stop. I'm not going to stop. I mean, some of you guys have seen some of these crazy demon people on YouTube attacking me because I'm looking for the truth. What does that tell you? I must be on to something. They wouldn't be attacking me if I wasn't. And I'm telling you, I will not stop until I find the answer. And I'm doing it for me, and I'm doing it for you. I hope you guys are having a good weekend. And, if you're celebrating the feast, awesome. I'm still trying to observe it. I don't really know because I'm not Jewish. But I hope that you guys are doing okay. And I just wanted to share that bit of information with you. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.